Here's a good indicator too to show that the shingle is non-repairable. It's a little hard to see in the video and in the pictures due to the color of the shingle. But whenever you see these many granules on a gutter, the roof is way too brittle to warranty a repair. Hey guys, we're gonna do a quick overview on claim number 1184N1832. And that's claim number 1184N1832. We're gonna do a quick overview before we do a repair attempt. I just wanted to outline some of, the hell that wasn't taken into consideration. Of course, it's all over the roof too, but it's really evident. We got some pretty good wind damage, but there was some wind damage in particular that we wanted to go over, especially because they're in pretty tricky areas. It's mostly 3 wind crease shingles through the roof that we want to go over. This is being one of them. You can see here it's a wind affected shingle here, and it's sitting right over the ridge and the hip here. So meaning to dig into the shingle, you can see it's in there. We would have to turn to this ridge and this hip as well. Similar situation going on here with the hip, the shingle. You can see here it's wind affected shingle here. The shingle starts here and it ends here. And as you can see here, the hip is sitting right over this shingle. You can see, so this hip would also need to be removed. Now, one of the areas that concerns me the most is the repair of the shingle here, the wind affected shingle that is right over the ice and water. So it's in this valley. So the ice and water typically goes in the valleys. It has to go in the valleys, is where most water comes down here. In order to properly protect the valley, we need to install ice and water between these 2 lines. Here's one thing that we're going to run into. Now there is a wind affected shingle here. As you can see here, this is a wind crease shingle. The shingle starts here and it ends here. The big issue that we'll run into is whenever we tear into this area, we're going to compromise the ice and water. Once the ice and water is compromised, it's very high risk. Leaks can easily come in through here, especially if we leave exposed nail holes, which is very common, because you'll typically have your nails right here, and those are to remove the shingle. You'll usually have them right there, and then you'll also have your nails right here too that need to be removed. So leaving those exposed nail holes, and also compromising the ice and water shield that would be in this valley, puts us at high risk, making it where it would be suitable if we were to dig into the shingle to replace all the ice and water in this area, to be able to actually stand by our repairs. We can't do a repair here, compromise the ice and water, and warranty this repair if we compromise the ice and water. Very high risk. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna also do a repair attempt to see if we're able to replace the shingle without affecting any of the other shingle around its perimeter. Hey guys, we are currently in claim number 1184N1832. Again, that is claim number 1184N1832. We're currently in the front right slope, where we're going to be doing a repair attempt on this affected shingle here. You can see this one crease shingle. And we're going to be doing this using an insurance approved tool here. As you can see, is the snake bar. And we're going to be attempting to do this repair without affecting any of these other shingles around its perimeter. Now the shingle does start here and it ends here. So you want to be as careful as possible when removing the shingle. Now we are wanting to be as careful as possible here, but we do need to also remove all the nails in order to be able to tuck in the new shingle, and as well as avoid any nail pops here. Now there's quite a bit of nails that we need to go back for. You can see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nails. Again, we need to make sure these nails are out of the way. If not, we will create the problem of having nail pops, or we won't be able to tuck in that new shingle if we don't remove these nails. You can see that. Like I mentioned, we do need to go over about 7 nails here. Let me make sure they're all out of the way. We have a pretty big nail here sticking out. It's like a framing nail there. Again, we just gotta make sure all the nails are out of the way. Won't be having any issues here when tucking in that new shingle. I believe we have successfully removed all its nails around its perimeter. You can see there's quite a bit of granules coming loose. As you can see here, we do try to use here, you see is a 3/4 of an inch nail. And we attempted to use these to avoid bringing up the shingle up so much. I just want you to pay attention to all these granules that are just racing down whenever we're nailing down the shingle. Just pay attention to all those granules that just come racing down whenever we're just nailing down the new shingle here. You can just hear them racing down. Now we need to make sure all the nails that we removed are back on. If not, these shingles will get blown off real easily. So you see all these nails that we had removed? In order to remove the shingle, we have to make sure those are all back on. If not, like I mentioned, the shingle will easily get blown off by any wind. And those are the same nail holes I was mentioning for the ice and water shield, you know, they're not always completely resealed back into and get into exact spot. Those are very high risk areas, especially in the valleys. And once that ice and water is compromised, it's hard to warranty a repair after compromising ice and water shield. Okay guys, so it looks like we're finally able to install the new shingle. Now it's time to go through an overview of the repair, see if the repair was made without affecting any of the shingles around its perimeter, which unfortunately it's a little hard to see since of the color of the shingle, but there's actually a lot of new creases here that were created that weren't previously there. There's this pretty big crease here. There's the crease right there, and there's a crease right here too, which none of them were previously there. For that reason, I actually wouldn't be able to deem this roof repairable. I will take some close-up photos so you can see those creases. It is a little harder to see due to the color of the shingle, but in the close-up photos you should be able to see a lot better. And again, this would become a domino effect with all the affected shingles, and that's why I would actually deem this roof non-repairable and recommend for a full roof replacement.